That is all.
It's all she wrote.
Meep
You
meep.
could still be out there.
That was great. I just want to
Yeah.
read more now. I just want to get to the next book the next Friday.
Yeah. So, the next, do you want to go with the one that we voted on for book club?
Yeah,
Or do
let's
you want to
do
do
let's
like a
do Wizard of
more
Oz. I think we should do a light
Wizard
read.
of Oz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be
I feel
quick.
like we should definitely think the solid 3 for sure. But also if other people from the Reading Renegades want to join us for Friday reads, I feel like we should open it up to them as well.
That's true. Lemon, I didn't see when she messaged, but welcome in.
Lemon. Hello, Lemon.
You missed a legendary laughing fit earlier. I'm gonna have to go back and clip it.
We're gonna clip it. We're gonna find it. It's gonna be
I
great.
gotta find it. There was a particularly penis-y passage. Yeah.
It's about boats. Boats and passages.
Yeah. It appeared
I don't think
to
I've
me
ever heard you laugh like that before.
pretty phallic. I haven't heard myself laugh like that in like a long time.
I was gonna say Fudge probably has heard it before too.
Once before, like a couple
Maybe
times.
once,
Only
yeah.
A couple times, yeah.
Couple times,
Yeah.
huh?
What can I say?
I love to laugh,
funny.
but getting hysterical is just like on another level. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I got the chance to hear it though. That was fun.
Yeah, this was great. And my thoughts to wrap this up are yeah, in the end I guess no matter what the cruelties and the prejudices of the world is, a friend is a friend. And turning back on your back on something you can't address or plainly, I guess, and trying to hide stuff is going to lead to some downfalls. This obviously is a very extreme case of that. I mean, we've all had friends in our life that I'm sure we've inadvertently maybe ghosted or stayed away from, or I don't know. Things change in people's lives, right?
Yeah.
And trying to address some of those things in truth can be really hard, be really difficult. And I think Frankenstein is kind of the ultimate epitome of those kinds of consequences, where you're not taking care of the things that should be addressed, or that you are lacking for love of, and attention towards where there should be more. I guess that's my concluding thoughts here. And I think also it's just if I was right in the story, and communication was crystal clear about everyone's intentions, none of the conflicts would have happened. But then we wouldn't have had a story. Stories are built on the breakdowns of communication and the follies that follow it. And that's what I kind of need to learn from too, is like stuff that's so unrealistic, where that I would address or get cleared out right out of the way, is like something that would never happen in a story, or would happen in a story but would turn out differently than expected. And I can't get into that space easily, where it's like I need to make something absurd happen out of something else and still make it feel believable. You know what I mean? And even a work as old as this proves that stories never change in that regard. I think the stories that we tell each other are born out of some sort of absurd consequence that we make up in our heads, but are plausible too.
Mhm.
So, any other thoughts?
I just find it interesting that it's so much of the of death that just occurred in this last action. Just to kind of just symbolically, just to me, that just reinforces that it's inevitable to some extent, and even within the monster, it just, even though it didn't seem like he would necessarily die on his own, from however his construction is, um, it seemed like he was going to be his own demise, and so that it still reaffirms that everything has its time of passing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything has like a um everything has every action a reaction, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. I can see, yeah, that way too.
I guess my whole thing is just like, who really is the antagonist in the story? Is it Victor? Is it the creature? Or is it society as the whole?
Is it
Society,
Walton?
man. We live in a society.
In a society.
Yeah, I feel like the antagonist is prejudice. Prejudice is the big theme, the big looming thing, where like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's building their lives around ideologies, especially more than ever during that time of living as it's depicted here, I guess, right? Um, religion was a huge is a huge thing, but was even bigger back then in terms of devotion to those things and and what the how much influence the church had over people and their thoughts and opinions on what was being told to them in holy scripture and stories and things like that. And those judgments affect the way you live and look at things in a really big way. At this time this was published, we still had slavery in the world. If that
Yeah.
tells you anything. So it's like it's insane. It's insane to think of how far reaching a text like this is. That it explains prejudice in this way. And dementedly so, right? It really depicts it in a very demented way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to prove a point, I think.
Mm-hmm. I do find it interesting that even though, I mean, it seemed like Walton was the only one who was genuinely trying to listen to the monster, and like, and was trying to hold, like, doesn't even necessarily trying to hold against a prejudice in that sense. Um, Walton seems like a child to me through a lot of this, like a
Mm-hmm.
childlike sense of wonder, like wanting friends. And then even then, in that sense, with the monster, it's they, except for what he had been told by Victor, it didn't seem that he would have spurned the monster in any kind of way. The way that a child doesn't necessarily see any kind of prejudice against someone else that may look different from them,
Right.
um, before a parent or elder may say something to them about their own prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And like in the end, it's like who is the greater sufferer? Who suffered the most agony contest, kind of.
Who had the most countenance?
Right? and really you can't it's just like everyone experiences their own agony and their own level of suffering and their own level of
Mhm.
happiness. And that is just incomparable. Everyone has
Mhm.
their unique experiences of the way they
Yeah.
experience the world. All right. Oh, wow, we're like 3 hours in. I thought it was gonna be like an hour and a half, and I was gonna maybe spring a surprise. I'm gonna stream a game now, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, but I'm energized, and I'm always energized
Yeah.
after these to like want to stream more. And
Right.
then like the week happens, and I'm like, So I need to like get a jump start on streaming, like by starting my my streaming when I'm gonna stream, like with a collab, I guess. So maybe I'll hit you up for
Yeah.
Kirby. Um,
Yeah. Some more yappies.
yeah,
Yeah,
P. And then that will reinvigorate my own journeys in the gaming.
Yeah.
But
I'd be
Mandy
happy to
and
help
I
you
might
jumpstart yourself
have,
with the collabs.
yeah. Mandy and I might have some hanging out to do with Super Mario RPG, which has been our thing from a while ago, but it's been inconsistent.
Lemon. Lemon. Thanks, Lemon, for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, welcome. I know you're in Sateel stream, but thanks for the
Yeah,
follow. We appreciate it.
one message, one
Oh
message.
no.
She's going to work.
One
That's
message to
why.
rule them all.
Yeah, it's true. Who get the most messages? That's a book I need to read. Is Lord of the Rings. Should we do Lord of the Rings on stream at some point?
That's another one.
My
I'm
God.
okay with that one too. Like if we don't want to do, or if we want to do, okay
We can do
with
The Hobbit.
whichever book,
We can start with The Hobbit.
Yeah.
But I loved my experience with Lord of the Rings, and that honestly, Lord of the Rings. I mean, I was a big lover of like fantasy role playing games before that, but like Lord of the Rings, like actually reading the Fellowship of the Ring, proved to me that like, wow, this is like actually where role playing games were born, and like secondary worlds and stuff. Like
Yeah.
the way it reads is like you are the one pushing the journey forward. Like every word, every
Ooh.
detail is hung upon. So it might make for an interesting read aloud. And I believe there was a story in my family about. I think my uncle told me he and his partner had actually read Lord of the Rings to each other aloud. So that's cool.
Definitely want to try that at some point. Whether we
Yeah.
do that before Wizard of Oz or after Wizard of Oz, I'm flexible for either.
Oh, after, like way after. But that's
Way
good. That's
after.
a big investment. That's a big investment.
Ah,
Alrighty. Well,
okay.
are you streaming more, Balji? Should I pass the stream to you?
So I've got a little bit of energy too, and I wanted to because I don't know what I'm gonna be feeling next week, next Friday, because I don't know if we're gonna pick up the reading or not. So I want to do a little tiny bit of what's it? Not
Alright.
Outer Worlds, the
Animal
Animal
Crossing?
Crossing. Yeah, crossing the animals.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna raid you.
Oh,
Yay!
you should look at that video. That Elder Scrolls
Should
video I
should I
posted.
put it on? Should I put it on stream?
Oh please.
Yeah, you should put it on your stream.
Okay. Let me see if I can download it.
Okay, and I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna have a good old laugh.
Good old ha ha ha. A good old lolly lolly la ha ha la la.
Okay.
Oh man. Laughed so hard I threw him into a coughing fit.
Yep. Yep.
Yup. Yuppie.
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 So when you said that I was the I don't know how it was phrased, like the master of Yappy or something like that. I found the GIF that goes with the GIF.
I
don't
know.
what it is.
I saw
Forever
that.
conflicted. I found the graphical. What was the whole thing?
Graphical interchange format.
I found the graphical interchange format that had the motion with it from Smash Bros.
Right,
So
yeah.
the up motion was ya, and the down motion was P, or it sounded like he said P.
Hey. I can't capture this. Why can't I capture this?
You gotta use a Pokeball.
Don't know how.
Hold on,
Media
let me see,
source. I'll do media source. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Ah, genius. It's all learning. It's scuffing stuff.
Play. Oh, it's not doing sound. Great. Great. Well, I don't know. There's something here. Give me a second. Give me a minute. Give me a minuto. Uno minuto. Uno minuto. Oh, I can do this. I can put it in the little cloud up here. It's
Put
like
it
it's
in the
gonna be like
cloud.
a little vision. Little vision from
One in the chat. Let me see.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Don't
You
know.
gave me an unplayable video.
Is
I
this
can
one
play
that-
it.
I know, but I need to share it on
Oh, wait.
stream. Here, I can
Watch it. Just watch it.
I can display capture.
Okay.
Display capture. Look at all my secrets. All right, display capture.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it on yours.
Okay, you're watching it on mine.
I'm gonna hop over there on my phone and watch it or something.
Okay, give it a second. All right.
As you there watching in my stream right now. Hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna listen in on what Satiel's got going on in the digital dojo.
That's some fast hand-to-hand shit. All right, that was it.
Oh dang it! I got
Now
that.
we can.
Oh well.
Now we can.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
You got an ad.
Sorry. No. I'm done.
dang
I'm
that.
rating Baljeet.
Okay, I'll watch it later.
Just watch it on the thing.
Yeah.
On the
watch it.
Discords.
Thank you for that
Yeah, I'll watch
lovely.
it later.
Thank you for that lovely demonstration of flying fisticuffs.
It's like my favorite.
And
Like my
now I
favorite
bid.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that was good. I bid you all adieu until next time. Reading Renegades out.